If you're planning on buying any cards from TCG Player, make sure you use our affiliate link right here in the description of our video to help support the channel. It's the best way to do it and it's free. And if you're looking for code cards, make sure you check out Poton Store. They have automatic email delivery and all the latest Pokemon TCG codes, and you can use Tablemon code for 5% off. If you're from Europe, mealybotsgaming.com is a great option to get your cards from. They have all sorts of sealed products, merchandise, and all the sets available from Pokemon Sun and Moon upwards, including the latest Hidden Fate set. Don't forget to use Tablemon code when checking out to get a further 5% off from your final purchase. Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new day of Road to the Worlds 2020. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are going to be continuing with our our Cosmic Eclipse coverage, and in doing so we are going to be playing this updated PIKAROM. It didn't get any or many new things to play around with, but the deck remains relatively powerful. Megalopony Jigglypuff is something that you can utilize very effectively. With the Jumping Out Loon attack, you get to deal 60 damage plus 60 more for each of your opponent's Pokemon GX and Pokemon EX in play. And thanks to Tag Switch and Energy Switch and Cocoa Prism, we can power up fairly easily, along with Full Blitz, of course. This card is probably something that really hurts this deck, but also something that we can benefit from it as well. Now, the rest is pretty much good old PIKAROM, except this time we have a Power Plant, 2 Lysander Lamps, and the Thunder Mountain. There might be merit for a second Power Plant just to deal with Keldeo GX. That's like the biggest threat for this deck, but as long as you find the Power Plant at the right time, you should be able to deal with that. And if we really wanted to, we could play an Electros in order to deal with a powered up Keldeo from an ADP, or we could really have Cocoa Prism. Now, right now I have the custom catchers because the changes didn't end up saving, so I'm sorry about that. Why? I just noticed Great Catcher. That's really odd that they didn't save. So it does save us a spot, which this is where I had the Electros. You could argue for a Zapdos, you could argue for a 4th Jirachi, but in reality, yeah, that's the card I was missing. There we go. So Great Catcher, of course, is very useful to just take down GXs that are hiding on the bench. Goes really nicely with the Tack Bolt, being able to hit something and then send it to a bench and Tack Bolt it there whilst KOing something else. And the fact that we can immediately Volkner for the Gust effect is what's really good. Before, if you had a custom catcher piece, you could Volkner for the other one, but if you didn't, then you couldn't directly Volkner for the chase card. For the custom catcher, you would have to Data Change and then hope to find that, and maybe another Volkner to find it or something like that. Yeah, so good old PIKAROM. Don't think we need to explain it too thoroughly. Let's jump into a ladder, and these are the other 2 decks that I'm hoping to have time to play for today. We'll see if we can do that in the 2 hours-ish or so that we have. And Alan and Saber, I can't trade anything. We're just playing here. This account, everything is trade locked, so we cannot trade. Mew deck with Cobalt GX and Metal Unit Energy Tech. That one, dude, why would that be the play? ADP Keldeo for sure. Jorge, maybe. ADP seems pretty strong sometimes, and then other times it feels like a very weak deck. Blue Bronco, you say Ability Sword or Guardian, both pretty solid choices. I think Ability Sword is definitely a deck that I'm keeping in a fairly high spot right now. What a start for PIKAROM. Yeah, Native Ryan, I feel like it's worth at least exploring, you know? I feel like it's worth at least exploring. So yeah, abilities are definitely powerful. Guardian also pretty powerful. Reshiram and Zekrom, I feel like that's been the least impressive deck so far, in my opinion. Alright, so we're gonna see a tackle for double ADP. There's the ADP, there's double ADP. So now we have enough targets to where we can bypass the kill deal, and that's really good. Yeah, I guess the chaotic swell could be difficult to deal with in a way. Rainbow energy, definitely don't like that if you're playing entry solve, which my opponent I guess is not going to be playing. He's also playing choice helmet, so a very defensive list. But I guess draw paths, you can play whatever you want, and that'll be enough. That will be enough. Okay, PK is still good, just struggles with a matchup against low buff, that is true. Which decks do I think will be strong at the international? I mean, I feel like all the decks that used to be strong are still pretty strong. Pika, Mew Mew, the Reshis, Guardian. Malamar is the one that's arguably least great at this point. And, I mean, with a start like this, I'm not gonna do anything, right? So, I'm not gonna bother. Let's just get a playable hand. Yeah, not the best start to the stream. Reshi's art is still pretty strong for sure, both ability and greens. Yeah, maybe as a target for Goose Mahala. It seems okay, it's just it wouldn't be my first choice. Alright, so we're going second. Not the best hand, but not completely unplayable like before. Right. YouTube is indeed working today, Wolf Jake. And Blue Broken, yeah, I agree that my opponent definitely overbenched in that regard. Okay, so big plus Cephalon. Tough deck for pretty much all the attack teams. You do have to be very aggressive and apply a lot of pressure to be able to deal with it. And then these guys just find Welder, raw Welder every single time. Alright. Alright. Ojalá, Iván, ojalá. Esa es la meta. Alright, so let's just get rid of this. Clearly the Coco is not priced. Choo Choo is priced, however. The only way we can search for Megalopony is with Pokecom, which is not ideal, but not the worst either. Losing the switch really sucks here. Do I go? Yeah, I feel like I go Great Catcher. Might as well, since I'm gonna lose the card, right? Do I switch? Does that increase? I still need a switch no matter what. I feel like that slightly increases my chances of attacking this turn. So I'll go ahead and do it. And let's steady change into no draw supporter. Another radar. I mean, it's not bad, right? It's okay to pass here. It's okay to pass. We should definitely be able to attack next turn. If I had found a Volkner, I would have been able to attack this turn and take a knockout, which would have been fantastic. Saludos a Kitsuki de Juarez. Gabi Kaluka, Zizor GX with Amulet. I mean, I haven't seen the deck, I haven't even considered it. It doesn't make sense to me. The damage output doesn't seem fantastic. Your HP so low, you just die to everything. How do you even accelerate energy? I don't see how it's good. If Caesar attacked for 1 energy, then maybe. But like the first attack, it reduces damage. like the extra HP, the extra damage that you get is definitely not worth losing the extra HP, I feel. So I don't know. How do you ever get good attacks off? I don't see it. Guide, no jugaré este deck en el internacional. Estoy jugando todos los decks posibles y probando todo. Nunca decido un deck antes de una semana antes o 5 días antes. Siempre lo decido el día antes. Nunca cierro mis opciones. Alright, so now this is the plan. We do this. So I'm counting on drawing 1 energy, right? Or a Volkner, or etc. Change this, play this. Now I get free retreats, and then I did a change. There's a switch, there's an energy I did not, in fact, hit a single energy. I did hit a Bills, which is not super useful. At least I got the energy switch, right? But yeah, very annoying. Very, very annoying here. I think if I had energy attached for turn, then I would be in a fantastic spot to be able to tag bolt next turn, because I didn't. If my stadium gets countered, which you would expect it's going to, and I'm gonna get KO'd, then we might be in a little bit of trouble, but we shall see. Not much I can do about it, right? Not much I can do about that. So we'll power up this guy. If we need to, we can just switch around the energies with tag switch. It's no big deal. If the stadium doesn't get countered though, we're gonna be in a fantastic spot. And we can turn off B-String as well, which is potentially good. Thoughts on Flossbach, Tim? I mean, it's a good deck, right? It relies on coin flips, it relies on setting up. It's a good deck, of course. Espion Deoxys destroys it, Malamar probably destroys it. Double Mune decks should be pretty harsh against it, so I don't know. It feels more like a meme than anything. And Alejandro, thank you. That's the plan. What about Raichu with sniping? What do you mean Raichu with sniping? The Nozzle Raichu? That's not good. Pretty cool seeing Green Space bound to well in Paris. Do you think the deck is still a threat? I do think it's still a threat. I don't know what new toys it actually gets from Cosmic Eclipse other than Great Catcher. It is still a threat though, that's for sure. And it seems like Malamar is weakened, so before it was like every deck that might have lost to Malamar could have potentially struggled. How am I not finding a single supporter other than this build? Or energy. Anyways. Okay, so we see that Firebolt Circus, we do get KO'd. So it all comes down to this Data change. 5 energies. I'm definitely targeting the Victini if I find energy, right? Big if. Tag Bolt on these two plus Reset Stamp should seal the deal, I would hope. We'll see. We shall see. So let's do this. And then we shall Data change. And there we go, pretty nice. We do find that. We can Volkner for energy and Great Catcher. Doesn't really matter at this point. Then we go Tag Bolt. We KO Victini, right? Because it's much harder to... my Reset Stamp was priced, that's why I didn't grab it, I think. Right? I think. Yeah, it was. So yeah, now my opponent needs Welder plus 3 fires plus 5 more fires. So 8 fire energy plus a Welder from hand in order to win. That would be very incredible if he pulls it off. And hello, Mega Superior. It has many flaws, yeah. Super bien, Kite. Definitivamente nos vemos en el Inter. Allá estaré. Yo llego el jueves. I arrive on Thursday to Brazil. Thursday morning. London's Rod seems cool for getting Blounce back. I agree, Native Rhyme. That gives you a potential 6th Blounce. That's very true. So that is also another good inclusion from Cosmic Eclipse to the deck. Trent Dosner with Tackle and some other updates seems really good. It's still a very high risk, high reward deck, right? Beast Tide is also a potential addition, that's true. With Beast Tide, you could make some mats a little bit easier on you by attaching that extra energy of sorts. So we know my opponent is holding greens and Welder. So this is what we're gonna do. We are going to Volkner. I don't have any energy switches, so there's no way for me to attack this turn with Zeraora and not have the risk of this person in the active spot. But once again, if off of 3 cards my opponent is able to pull this off, then more power to him, right? I'll play down the Lysander Labs because why not? And then let's skateboard, and then let's go for a full blitz. Can my opponent get the same cards as before? Well, actually now it's less energy. He needs Welder, 3 fires, and then 4 more fires. So it's 1 less energy than before. 1 less energy than before. Ribbon says I have a good deck, and then immediately concedes. I would agree that this deck is slightly better than Baby Blacephalon. But Baby Blacephalon did really well in Paris, and there was a lot of PIKAROM and it thrived in the PIKAROM meta, so that was definitely pretty impressive to see. What do you think Great Catcher is better than Custom Catcher? It is better, right? It's only 1 card versus needing 2. The drawback is you don't get to choose non-GXs, but what non-GX deck is good anyways, right? Pretty much Malamar and Baby Blams. Baby Blams will always have the attacker in the active. Malamar just breaks and then you beat it anyway, so it's fine. What do you think of Silvally Volcarona? It's a really bad deck. Do not play Silvally Volcarona. It's a really, 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 really terrible deck. Absolutely horrible deck. I would never, ever, ever recommend playing that deck. Ever. Blacephalon without Pidgeotto losing from Reset Stamp, it's useless indeed. So Blacephalon does need Pidgeotto, but then that slows it down. Speaking of, people love their PGs in the ladder. I guess it's a cheap deck. Does require quite a lot of skill to play correctly. Professor Oak's setup. Wait, what? Seriously? So apparently we're up against Gramble. I have no idea what Gramble does. Yeah, between Power Plants and Keldeo in ADP, Silvally Volcarona just has absolutely no chance to be good right now. Absolutely no chance. Alright, let's grab the builds. There's a very small chance I could attack off of this build. Realistically, I won't. However, I do like this, grabbing these 2 cards, because that sets me up very nicely for next turn. So I don't win, I mean I don't attack this turn, but that's okay. It's not like I'm threatened, right? And then if my Jirachi goes down, I just go play Thunder Mountain, attach, KO the Gramble. So I'm good either way. What would be more popular, Stall, Mill, Florges, or Pidgeotto? I mean, I'm not a psychic, I can't see the future, so I can't tell you what will be more popular. I don't even know what Stall Mill is. What is Stall Mill? Like, there's Florges and there's Pidgeotto, and then that's it, right? I don't know what Stall Mill would be. They're not fun decks. I would expect Florges to be more popular-ish than Pidgeotto, because it's like more novelty. But I wouldn't make like more than 10% of the field either deck. Did you see Tort's tier list? If so, what did you think of ADP being so high up there? I kind of agree. I think I agree with ADP being up there. It's a very highly variant deck, it's a deck with a lot of variants, which is annoying. But overall, it seems pretty powerful. Like in the right conditions, sometimes you just there's nothing you can do and it overruns you. The more you play against it, the better you get against it, and that's really powerful, right? That is certainly very useful. Alright, so let's go ahead and Volkner. I don't think I want to grab energy. Just grab the escape board. And I'll go like this. And I'll go like this. And I'll go like this. I feel like I might want to keep the reset stamp. Hoopa seems not super useful. Well, I'll bench it, I guess. I do want something to power up, although I'm not actually threatened by anything, right? So why wouldn't I power up myself? There's the threat of Mimikyu GX. That's like the big threat. This guy could take down Pidgeotos if somehow, or like Jirachi without exposing this person. So I guess that's fine. Let's go ahead and Stellar Wish for the builds. That seems decent. Why have you been so grumpy lately, Wesley? I don't know. I'm a human being, I have emotions. And we have ups and downs just like everyone, right? Are you happy all the time? I haven't been doing well in local tournaments, so that I think definitely affects my state of mind, because I'm a very competitive player and what I like the most is winning. And when I'm not winning, I am not happy. Who wins between Oranguru, Pidgeotto, and PIKAROM, Christian? I mean, Oranguru, Pidgeotto wins if they stabilize and they trap you. PIKAROM wins if you can be super aggressive and beat them quickly. So it's not a matter of who wins. Who wins depends on what happens in the game. It's impossible to say PIKAROM always wins or Pidgeotto always wins. If Pidgeotto stabilizes and locks you, that's how it wins. If PIKAROM aggroes the deck and doesn't let it stabilize, then PIKAROM wins, you know? Can I show my PIKAROM list? Yes, I can. Just make sure to remind me. Okay, this is only if I hit 180, right? This has 130, so why would I ever play a power plant? I mean, not a power plant, an electro power. You know what? I'll keep the reset stamp in there just in case something weird happens. And then I can attack bolt, right? I can attack bolt. Oh, not that way. Oopsies. I needed to search for Zerara, retreat, and then oops. It's okay. I'm not really threatened at all by my opponents at this point. Not really threatened at all. Skillon, I agree. What do you mean Skillon? Llegas el miércoles a Brasil, pero sales desde hoy. ¿De dónde viajas, Kite? What will I play in Brazil? I have no idea, Christian. I have no idea. Do you think Pidgeotto control needs hammers, or can it be hard hand destruction deck? I definitely think it needs hammers, because if you don't stabilize immediately, like the hammers are how you get back into a game. I definitely think you need hammers 100%. I would never play less than 4 hammers in that deck. I would never play less than 4 hammers. And there's a victory. There's the victory. All good. So yeah, no clue what I'm playing in Brazil. Lately it feels like every deck sucks. But I feel like that's because I'm not running well lately. So I switch around. Like I was leaning towards ADP, then Ability Start, then back to Mew Mew, then PIKAROM, then I feel like I'm staying with Grant Manley, so I'm gonna end up playing Pidgeotto Control. He's gonna talk me into it. I don't know. Desde Colombia, wow. Pues sí, estás mucho más cerca y sí te toma bastante llegar. Pues hasta dónde vas. Okay, so I don't know what I'm up against, so I feel like I'm gonna start the Hoopa just for regular pressure. If my opponent holds back on playing something, then that's pretty good. Thoughts on Ball Search in February? It's really good, Native Ryan. Okay, we're up against ADP. Having basic ball search is really good. It's obviously more costly in terms of more than nest ball because you have to discard a card, but I mean it benefits Malamar, and I'm sure a lot of decks will be able to utilize that. Oh wait, what? It's Mew Mew ADP. Wow. All right. Mew Mew ADP. So starting Hoopa is now looking even better, right? Coco is not priced, and neither is the Thunder Mountain, so that's really good. So I'm thinking I won't need the other PIKAROM, so I'm just gonna delete change here. Hopefully into a decent hand that has supporters. Why am I incapable of drawing energy and supporters today? What the heck? Am I even playing any? Wow, I hit my monitor. See, it's like these sort of hands, this is what has me grumpy, right? My initial hand, I did a change into 0 supporters, 0 energy, and this has been my full quarter, right? This has been my experience at locals. So yes, I do get stressed out, I do get annoyed at the fact that it seems like I just can't draw anything lately. It's really annoying. Like there's no sugarcoating it. Yeah. This happens because I'm extra hyper competitive. That's why. Alright, so the Volkner, I feel like I should play it for that. I might need Coco. I mean, I fully expect Hoopa to just pummel through here pretty nicely. Joining forces with TCG, Raymond Perez, not quite. There is something in the works in terms of a team that I'll be announcing formally today, I think, later today. But I will definitely, it's not TCG though. That much I can confirm. I've never been contacted by TCG. So I do think Pika has a chance in Cosmic Eclipse. JW is testing Pidgeotto with no hammers and with Misty Lorelei. Seems like a more aggressive variant, and you wonder how consistent it can be at establishing the lock. Okay, so with Misty Lorelei, you get to reuse Articuno, right? But then you're also exposing a GX every time. I don't know. It seems hard to justify, right? It seems hard to justify. Okay, so Mew Mew about to use Altered Creation GX. I just attack into it, right? Right. Like I'm gonna lose the Hoopa for 3 prizes. No, 2 prizes, sorry, 2 prizes, not 3, 2 prizes. Oh, the Rainbow Energy. I was like, how did I deal 60 last time? Have you tried Green Sarts yet? I did try it, I wasn't impressed by it. I feel like the Jesse and James thing was just not good. It's probably gonna be better to do something else there. Ooh, Blastoise GX. I'm liking this style of Mew Mew. The Mew Mew ADP deck. Ben, yo soy de México, de la Ciudad de México. Do you have an updated bird flu list? That's exactly what I'm going to be playing, Mutant Monkey Man, right after this match. I am going to be playing Mew Mew. Sorry, not Mew Mew. I am going to be playing... this sucks. They can't attack. I'm going to be playing Pidgeotto Control after this. Yeah, with hammers. So I'm in a lot of trouble here. Yep, I'm in a lot of trouble. If I bench the Dene, I can't attack this turn. I've already lost my my Thunder Mountain, and even if I didn't, I can't play it at all. Yeah, I'm fairly sure I'm dead here. I need like the top deck of the century here. So let's then. Well, never mind. Okay, so Evil Admonition for another 50 damage. And then what? I need the top deck of the century. But see, this right here, this is a perfect example of why. Like, people tell me, oh, you're tilted, you're blah blah. How do you not get tilted when this happens? Like, have that happen at a tournament when there's championship points at stake, and I assure you, you'll get tilted too. And if you don't get tilted, then you're not as competitive as I am, and that's also okay, right? But let me be tilted and competitive, and you can be however you want to be. Yeah, the discard for Misty Lorelei feels inconsistent in the long run, indeed. Megalophony a threat to PIKAROM, it is indeed. It's about to be the reason why we end up losing the game, because my opponent just powers this up with another Ultimate Ray, and then we are dead. So I'm not even gonna bother staying in this game. It 100% this. Customs in ADP? No, you play Great Catcher. You don't play customs in ADP. Especially if you're playing Entry Self, you just discard too much. Give us some codes. That's not the best way to ask for codes. I will show my Pika list after this game, okay? Okay. Por eso tan largo el viaje, Kite. Are you planning to do some giveaways today? No, I've run out of codes. I've run out of codes for the day. Megalophony is solid in so many matchups indeed. I will show the Pika list after this. I start as a supporter, fantastic. You've been looking at greens with Guzmahal plus weakness card and Giant Bomb. Really helps in certain matchups. Any thoughts on that? Skylon Bellows for what deck? For Mew Mew? I think that's pretty good. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Giant Bomb especially sounds spicy, though if it's for Mew Mew then you need Stealth Evade, right, to cover for the Mimikyu. Why Hoopa and PIKAROM? Because it's fantastic against Malamar and it's a fantastic non-GX one prizer. Against Mew Mew, it can really deal a lot of damage to the Keldeo. Like if you set up a 2-hit on a Keldeo with a Hoopa, that's really nice. So that would be the reason why it's built. Okay, so we have Volkner for next turn, we have a switch, and we have an energy attachment. So can't ask for much more than that. Can't play the power plant because then I'd be hurting myself. And you're witnessing why Hoopa and PIKAROM in the previous game, yeah. If you win, give at least one code. I don't just like have spare codes to give out. That was sponsored by Photon Store, yeah, Fabio, but I do that when I can. Right now I don't have any codes, so Hoopa for Malamar and Keldeo and Quacknag and Keldeo ADP indeed. And Chase London, thank you so much for the kind words. I really appreciate it. I know like a lot of people complain about the fact that I complain a lot. I'm very competitive, I don't like losing, and it comes down to that. Yeah, if there's plenty of other content creators, really good ones that people can enjoy if they don't particularly agree with my style. Yeah, I don't try to pretend, right? If I'm angry, I'm angry. If I'm happy, I'm happy. And if I'm somewhere in between, I'm somewhere in between. Right now, I'm somewhere in between. Where I'm excited for Brazil, but the game has been very frustrating for me lately. As for you not drawing well, things has to do a lot with the meta. It seems very high roll, almost break or win in a lot of scenarios. Indeed, I think I agree. But like the new standard format just doesn't seem to suit me very well. I went from like absolutely crushing everything before rotation to just at Worlds. I got super unlucky, prizing Coco Prism Star in 3 games, and then at locals, I haven't been able to win any league challenges or league cups, losing twice in the finals. I don't know, it's just not been a good season so far, but hopefully Brazil will be the turning point. So I have knockout on the Jirachi. Definitely grabbing these guys. Do I want to get rid of all of these resources? I don't see why not, right? They don't seem super important. They definitely don't seem super important, so let's just go ahead and Dead Change. I feel like I'll grab the other PIKAROM. If at some point my opponent has to sacrifice the Mew, then we threaten with Attack Bolt. Don't want to play the Power Plant, that's for sure. All reattached, we have Jirachi, and then we go Evil Admonition and we get the KO. So not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. The best next card to find would be the Lysander Lamps, right? Lysander Lamp. Raymond Perez, if Tablemon wins this game, I'll give out a code. Thank you so much, that's very kind of you. What's your opinion on the crazy Doll style deck running around? I mean, it's annoying to play against. If they set up, they set up, but never been a fan of those decks, but it's certainly pretty okay. Which of the new cards from Cosmic Eclipse makes Naquag better? I don't know. I feel like Naquag is just a slightly worse ADP. It's a slower ADP in a way. ADP could fit into Naquag, right? That could be something to consider. We get reset stamped from 7 to 5, that's fine. Now we have builds into Dead Change to try and find Lysander Lab so that Hoopa survives the Distortion Door. And even if we don't survive, my opponent doesn't have double Malamar, so it's not like we're getting back-to-back Giratina. So, let's do this. Let's read on a Forest, away a Lightning. And then let's go builds. Not quite what we wanted. So let's grab these two. Yeah, let's just get the other. Well, no, we don't want the other Hoopa. Not yet, at least. So let's bench this, and then I think I just Dead Change here. Yeah. I could thin the Raichu, but maybe I want to power up the Raichu. Who knows? No stadium. No stadium for us. So let's go Evil Admonition. We lose the Hoopa, but then my opponent doesn't really threaten with anything next turn. So I think we're okay just promoting the PIKAROM. I think that works. I think that works. Like, what could my opponent use to damage me? Not a lot. Spreads them to the Dennis. So I'll promote the PIKAROM, she'll promote the Mew. We get a prize, and that's okay. Like, Hoopa went 2 for 2, right? So that's good enough. That's good enough. Mr. B66, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Content creator are robots indeed. People forget we are people with feelings. I mean, some people are very good at keeping their emotions in check. Other people are just not very competitive, so they don't care as much if they win or lose. I care a lot, right? I'm very passionate about winning in this game. Very passionate about winning. So yeah, thank you for the kind messages, guys. Thank you for the kind messages. I don't know, Corey. I mean, I tried to keep my channel open to all audiences. Yeah, open to all audiences. Is the music alright, by the way? Is the music alright? Okay, so this is the turn where we get to KO the Mew, which is potentially really good. Let's go on to this. I mean, I feel like I just attach KO and then threaten game, right? We should be super far ahead at this point. So let's go full blitz, and then I'm gonna be extra greedy and power myself up, because what could my opponent do at this point? What could my opponent actually do? I get 2 prizes next turn. I have Hoopa to close out the game later on. We take damage, that's fine. We're super far ahead here. Super far ahead. I've only played PIKAROM so far. The stream is only 40 minutes old. Alright, so working out decently. I hope we can battle against ADP and actually put up a fight. So let's try once more. Yeah? Let's try once more. Malamar is a fun deck, but those bricks are just sad. Yeah, Malamar, it seems it's so unreliable, right? It can be so unreliable. Banro, PokeTubers can be as competitive as they want as long as it doesn't cause them to be toxic to others, right? I'm not hurting anyone by sharing the fact that it frustrates me to lose, right? And when things happen in the game, I know it's the game, it's not the other person, right? Nothing against the other person, it's just purely the game handing me these sort of hints. Music is low? Okay, that's good. That's good. Thank you so much for letting me know. Reason 1 on screen indeed. Thank you, Native Ryan. So thank you. I appreciate that. You know, I really appreciate it. I know, like, I see the numbers and I know people. Muchas gracias, Ruiz. Ahí está el dinero. 500. Sí. ¿Podrías traer tu cambio? Sí. Gracias. Le dejo. Okay. Perfecto. Gracias. All right. So we get to do 10 damage and power plant against a green stack, therefore we do nothing. Does the 10 damage matter? Not ever. We need to attack 3 times for it to matter. And there you go, Raymond coming through with the code. Thank you so much, Raymond. Yeah, calling other people bad is where it goes too far, definitely. All right. So is this the sign that we should... Okay, so my opponent's 3-hit KOing me. If I don't do anything else. If I did a change, then I lose a Hoopa, right? I think I should still. Because there's a chance I can attack this turn. Not a very high one. I would need probably another radar and my one-off energy switch. And my one-off energy switch. So, not great odds. Because I already evolved Nerd. Oh. Okay, thank you so much for cooperating today, deck. So I feel like I should give myself at least a chance to counter a future power plant. So let's grab those. Okay, so a moment where I got extremely lucky, right? A very specific moment where I got extremely lucky. I will be able to get an attack off. I will also lose the PIKAROM because of that. But if I'm able to find the other reset stamp afterwards, I needed these to guarantee that I see other cards next turn. Because if I get power planted, then I just lose. However, if I find the other reset stamp and I knock this person out, then I might be in an okay-ish spot. We'll see. We shall see. ¿Se puede cambiar deck de día 1 a día 2? No. Kite, en el internacional no. El único torneo donde se puede hacer eso es en el mundial. Getting stamped to 1 after being a handle game just to be repeatedly punished for winning will make anyone crabby. Indeed, right? Indeed. Hello, Cowboy Togo. Thanks so much for being here. Alright. Great catcher. I guess you thin and you only benefit from maybe making me whiff the energy, right? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, so we need Reset Stamp. We need Volkner, we need Reset Stamp to not be priced as well. Right? But I had no other better play, I don't think. Like, hitting for 10 wasn't getting me any closer to winning the game. At all. So, thank you. Thank you. Oh no, I messed up. Oh my gosh. Bad idea promoting the Jirachi. Bad idea promoting the Jirachi. Okay, so I get a Volkner. So can I find Switch? No, I find Reset Stamp. I'll take it. So I costed myself a Switch, but that's okay. Right? It's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. Let's go ahead and switch. Let's go ahead and Reset Stamp. And then we shall go ahead and full blitz. And then I power up Zeraora, right? Because that way, maybe I tank a hit, and then if my opponent doesn't have immediately like greens for another great catcher, I might be able, or if I get triple Electro Power, I just win, right? I get triple Electro Power, I just win. I have double, so 10 damage short. My opponent doesn't promote the Charizard immediately, so that's really good news. It's really, really good news. Miguel, Brasil es este fin de semana. Todavía no sucede Brasil. Espero que bien, pero no lo sé todavía. If someone concedes on TCG, does that win count as a win for the ratio in Deck Manager? I have no clue. I never trust the ratio in the Deck Manager. If you want to keep track of a deck, just do it manually, because the Deck Manager is wonky. What is your all-time favorite deck? Definitely Nidoqueen, Pidgeot, Milotic. That is my 100% all-time favorite deck. Okay. So off the Reset Stamp, my opponent is able to find Welder. Only a second Welder, so not terrible odds. So my opponent recovered decently well. Ooh, there's Custom Catcher. Wow, if he's throwing them away, does that mean he's holding his last greens? Does that mean he's holding his last greens here? That would be sad. That would be very sad. Okay, so let's high roll Cynthia into Great Catcher. Let's high roll Cynthia into Great Catcher and 4 Electro Powers. How does that sound? Nah. Maybe next turn, not this turn though. Ooh, close. Right? Okay, so this turn we go like this, and we take the knockout. Does my opponent have energy? Yes. Does he have Great Catcher or double Custom Catcher already after throwing 1 away? Does he have his last greens after I Reset Stamped him to 3? So not only he found Welder, but he also found his last greens too? Okay, well, Heat Factory increases the chance of that happening. There's the Welder. And First Strike. Okay, so we have Stellar Wish plus Builds Analysis plus a potential Detonate to find 1 Electro Power. Can we do it? Well, we're definitely going to do this first. And I feel like odds should be in my favor. So I'm gonna Stellar Wish first, right? Because if I find Volkner, then I just win. Or I can just find the Electro Power. Oof. Oof. After starting attached to Hoopa Pass, we actually are able to win the game. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. 290 damage with Tack Bolts. Pretty crazy. But the Reset Stamp worked, right? It worked in our favor. ¿Qué opinas del deck de Arceus que Aldea? ¿Será meta? Definitivamente. Coronel Z, 100% será meta. Alright, so PIKAROM, still pretty deadly, still pretty powerful. Obviously Megalopony is a very big threat. As we saw just now, right? I had to extend into getting more energy into play against a Megalopony in order to establish a sort of win condition, but in the end, the reset stamp put in the work. So that will be all for PIKAROM. I know people asked me to show the list, so I will show it once again. ¿Vas a jugar PIKAROM? No lo sé, Miguel, nunca decido el deck hasta un día antes. Entonces el jueves en la noche sabré qué voy a jugar. This is the PIKAROM deck that I just played with the Bills, with the Volkner, with the Cynthia, with the Great Catchers, and with the Megalopony. These are the new inclusions to the deck, along with the power plant, to have a chance against, or to have a chance at targeting down a Keldeo to bypass that in ADP. You could also play the Electros, it might be worth considering. Not sure where you would play that, probably over a Hoopa, especially if Malamar is not going to be as popular. But yeah, in order to deal with Keldeo, you do need potentially better answers, so maybe even a second power plant might be worth it. But with their Chaotic Swell, that could be difficult to pull off. But anyways, that will be all for PIKAROM. If you're watching the video later on, don't forget to leave a like. And we're now going to be moving on to everyone's favorite deck, including myself, Pidgeotto. So don't go anywhere, I will be right